Good afternoon, I'm Tiara Anglin-Main, the time is 1:45 and here's your Quays News Afternoon Bulletin. The government have warned that stripping rail operation of West Coast contract could cause more upheaval after northern leaders voted to bring the rail operator under public control. Avanti West Coast has faced criticism in the past due to lacklustre services, including disruptions and slashed timetables, which were mainly caused by staff shortages. The operator, whose services run from London to Manchester, had admitted that its services have worsened since October. The Bank of England's Monetary Policy Committee voted 8-1 in favour of keeping interest rates at 5.25%, the highest level in 16 years. The result of the vote is not what economists expected after inflation fell last month. The Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey has stated that it's not yet the time to cut rates, despite the bank's target being 2% by the end of the year. An independent ombudsman has said that women affected by the state pension age rise should receive between £1,000 and nearly £3,000 in compensation. A report published by the ombudsman suggested that the Department for Work and Pensions will not provide a remedy for the thousands of women affected. The report also notes that the independent case examiner and DWP's handling of complaints cause women stress and anxiety. Late autism diagnoses in women have been a consistent topic of conversation since it was revealed that there's been an exponential rise in the number of women being newly diagnosed with autism in adulthood in the past 2 decades. Pippa Wilson, an autistic creative, was diagnosed at the age of 20.
I have a lot of trauma from growing up undiagnosed and being treated differently and just being seen as weird.
A boxing coach in Manchester has called for more funding for community services. Ben Hodgkinson teaches troubled youth to channel their anger into boxing and vulnerable individuals to regain their mental and physical strength. Ben has expressed his frustration in local councils as he feels programmes like his aren't receiving the adequate funding and often funds many things himself.
We can't keep doing community projects on fields and keep funding it ourselves and things like that. There has to be some sort of funding.
2 Salford teams are set to compete at the IASF World Championships next month. Twilight and Midnight both placed 5th and 2nd respectively, and the teams have already flown out to Georgia to train and will showcase their performance there. From then, the teams will fly to Orlando, Florida, where they'll compete for the World Championship. Another Salford cheerleading team is set to become England's first special needs team at the International Cheerleading Union World Championships 2024. The Red Hot Superstars will be headed to Florida later this year to also compete. And finally, the England Community Lions have announced their Under-19 European Championship squad. Salford Roosters star George Jameson is the only player from Salford to be selected. The team will travel to Serbia for the 10-day competition in July. That's all for now, but make sure to tune back in for the main show at 4:15. Have a lovely afternoon. Goodbye.